We are 3 weeks away from Total Mayhem, where we are crowning all of our first champions. We do start off the show with Ripcord cutting a promo on Sam Strong. He takes like a cheap shot at Sam Strong's personal life. This is just to give some heat and a little more of oomph to the feud. Um, it could be like him something about like Sam Strong's wife or maybe Alicia Strong, Sam Strong's daughter. Just something kind of I feel like of the time would have made sense for Ripcord to get personal in this feud. We follow that up with Romeo explaining why he attacked Liberty during Liberty's match in the international title, saying it's unfair that Liberty had a straight shot to the main event and failed, and then he got to be in an international title tournament. Should have been Romeo in a tournament. Should have been Romeo in a world title. Just jealous, it should be all the people love me, not him. Yeah, just kind of getting that jealousy out there as a way to continue that storyline. And since we're 3 weeks away, it's just a good way to kind of take that next step in logic as to why this feud is happening. And just a match, nothing of note. The Blazing Flames defeat Nation of Filth. We have the Whistler defeating Danny Rushmore. This is just to give the Whistler a win ahead of Total Mayhem, where he's going to be assumingly facing Damian Carville. As to what happens with that feud and all that, still figuring that out and fine tuning that, but I think I have some ideas, and hopefully we'll get to see it play out. We did fix Golden Foxes and Teddy Flames momentum with character ideas, so they are both on the green side now, and they pick up a win. This time, Dark Eagle and Golden Fox pick up a win over Flapjack and Lance, where Dark Eagle pins Flapjack. This is to kind of give Dark Eagle a little more popularity going to Total Mayhem, where he's going to be one of the cruiserweights, as well as Golden Fox, as well as Lance Henderson. And I might add Electrico, might add like another guy, another heel, to be determined. Because originally it was going to be Mr. Lucha in there. Mr. Lucha was going to win. Then someone was going to debut attacking Mr. Lucha. That was going to carry that feud while I had, Lance Henderson. Then, Brent Hill is someone who can technically compete for the Cruiserweight title. So he's also a contender down the line. But I kind of got to see what happens and see how the ratings take me, as I am feeling like I might sign some people here to be on after Total Mayhem. We have Jeb Langley defeating Jimmy Power. Just again, continuing another win. We're really setting the can from the can knots in our feud right on our feud in our company right now. And we're continuing to have people who will mean something. So when Jack Bruce and Rico Santana have a feud, which I forgot to set the feud, but it was just a TV feud anyways. This match pretty much is just to, or this promo is a match next week. But pretty much, like right now, we're setting a roster where we have like 48 guys, but 25 to 30 of them I'll be able to really make useful. We have a brawl, a follow up of our, heels, our heels. We have BLZ Bub, our monster heel, brawling with Dusty Streets. Just kind of continue pull apart brawl. Good way to continue that feud going, as they are set towards a match at Total Mayhem. Dick the Devastator. He's one of the four guys in our hardcore title match. He's been on the roster forever. I just never really figured out a way to use. He's a great hardcore worker. He is a heel. Charlie's a heel. Danger Kid a face. So I might get a face to kind of balance out that. Like I guess I shouldn't have two four ways with for our undercard titles. Maybe like I would have like combined the two or something. I kind of like that. I like the X division for that idea where it can be like anything title. But nonetheless, I think we'll go with like maybe this is a triple threat. Maybe this is our triple threat. And then the cruiserweight can be like a four. I was thinking about having this the match before homecoming, or not homecoming. Sorry, it's a PSW save coming out of me. Before Total Mayhem, but I don't know, because I have an idea with Charlie Homicide at Total Mayhem that I really want to do, as I think it not important for the save, but I think it's something that will get us going. And a not great angle, expected better. The semifinalist of the international title tournament, I'll just kind of cut promo and talk crap on each other, just to, kind of extend that feud another week, as we have our semifinal next week of Cowboy versus Eric. Or no, that's the week after. We have RP Jr. versus Brent Hill next week, and then we have Cowboy versus Eric the week after. So we already know our main events for the next 2 weeks. That's kind of set here, leading to our actual main event, where the Vesey brothers defeat the tag team specialists. Now we're continuing that Paul Steadyfast being a, I don't know, stooge for the Untouchables. Just he kind of cost them the win, or he at least messes up, leading to the Vessies getting a win here. And so we have the Vessies versus Demon Anger and Demons Low Spirit Rage. Well, the Demons of Rage is the tag name. Sorry, I had to pause for a sec. And then, yeah, so we know we have Sam Strong in our main event. We got, let me just go ahead and type it out here. 1 second. So just to highlight, like we have our pretty much Total Mayhem like card set. There's some angles and stuff I want to add in, but before we'll go over that as we go. Loading, pretty great show across the board. Now I'm curious. Okay, so we're at 1, so we need 5 more areas with 65 popularity, and we're not even halfway through the year, and we're up 5. Still making good leeway, but same strong versus records our main event. We had the Vessies versus Demons of Rage in our semi-main kind of marquee match. The international title finals, Whistler, Damien, Beelzebub, Dusty, Liberty, and Romeo. Then our undercard, lower card titles. So I feel like we have a pretty solid like first Total Mayhem, and I just think like if you're gonna have like a company, your marquee show is where you should set the champions. Even though like I know kind of extended things out a little bit longer than they did in like C vs Lore, but it just made sense to me. All right, Tommy Cornell watch, not seeing his name. Pretty great show with Christian Faith carrying on the mic. Rory, I don't regret signing him. And then we got Mr. Lucha's gone. He put in a good 3 months for us, but is what it is. This is from last week where Sam Strong was getting Robert Oxford, Dusty Streets to argue, and Dewey to argue with Dusty Streets, as is expected. Sam Strong was given a night off, so I didn't have any backstage issues. And then the one percenters are on their way out, but I might just sign him for like a handshake deal for a little bit. Cobra is unhappy, and considering he's on his way out too, I'm probably just gonna have him lose once or twice more and then just, fire him. But yeah, I don't even think there's really many people we have to go over in popularity. We can just go over these guys quickly since they got a big win. So yeah, Dark Eagle and Golden Fox are pretty much, man, poor Golden Fox has been through the ringer. He didn't go up really at all with that win. That's fine, but as long as his momentum is good, he'll recover. Yeah, so originally, Dark Eagle's a better heel than face, but he's a face. So Mr. Lucha and him are going to feud, but I might just transition that away to something else until I can get Mr. Lucha back. How do I do that? There is a ton of cruiserweight talent out there, but I kind of wanted to keep the roster as is. When I started, besides like a Jeb Langley, I think, and Frankie and Brent, I think those are the only guys I signed. Well, the one percenters, and the War Eagles. Okay, so I signed like 5 acts if you look at it that way. And I want to kind of keep it at like a low, steady number. Like I said, we're pretty much taking our time with the roster until we hit the 65. Then once we hit the 65, it's like nitro. So, that's when things are really going to pop off for the company, I think, in regards to bringing people in, pushing people, because there's not that limit on them. Right now we have that limit of, let's see, Eric Tyler, because he defeated Liberty. So like there's areas where they had popularity coming in, they're above that. And this is TEW 2020. There was that hardline stance like 55, 57. Like it took forever to get people above that with your broadcaster. But this game it's not, I think. But I'm still preparing as if there is like a broadcaster limit. So that way when, like I said last week or week before, we're not trying to peak like in July and keep Liberty like stagnant till May. We want to keep him in a steady build up, as I don't even know who's winning all these cards. I don't really have any cards set beyond Total Mayhem. I have some like tentative ideas for Total Mayhem next year and the year after that. Yeah, so besides that, I just have like a basic outline. But for Total Mayhem, we got to figure out who's going to win, who's going to lose, and where we go from there. But thank you for watching. I'll talk to you guys next time.